Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Fata Morgana. Let's continue and let's dive into the 7th layer. Lair? 7th layer. Lair. Yeah, okay. Kinda stumbled on this one, I don't know why. Anyway. Let's just see how Dark Knight meeting with Giselle actually went. Let's go. I sat frozen in front of the black-haired girl. I knew I had to respond. Wow, this is supposed to be like parallel to the white-haired girl. I don't think like Michelle ever like called her black-haired girl. This is like clearly just a reference to OG game, I think. I knew I had to respond. If I didn't hurry and nod and say, "Why yes, that's me," she would be uneasy. Despite knowing I had to speak, my throat was suddenly bone dry and I couldn't. "Did you request a check?" The waiter spoke before I could. My eyes went wide in panic, remembering that I had asked for the check moments ago. "Not yet, sorry. Instead, can I get one cappuccino, please?" "Right away, sir." In my frustrated, jittery state, I remembered how to speak and turned to the girl. "Yes, that's me." Even with my dorky response, her face bloomed like a flower opening on a sunny morning. Okay. Good. I thought for a moment I had a mistake. Did I perhaps make you wait?" "No, not at all. I think I may have actually come too early." Okay. Oh, I see. This is such an awkward meeting. In that case, I should have come sooner myself. "Oh, may I take a seat?" "Oh yes, please." I was growing increasingly disconcerted with my inability to say anything considerate. Why did I get so nervous like this? My heart felt like it was in the vice and I was growing antsy in my seat. I couldn't look her right in the eyes and I was starting to feel like going home would be best. Yet, it wasn't as though I was repulsed by her or anything like that. But maybe because it was an actual girl that came and not former colleague coming to tease me. Or maybe because of how beautiful she was. All of it was like coming together in the casserole of confusion. Okay. Ow. What the fuck? I'm so happy that you came. Oh, no, I said I would, so yeah, come on, I should have just said, "Oh no, this pleasure is all mine." What was with that reply? "Pull together, man." "Yeah, Dark Knight, you can do this." "Hi, Shadow Sword." Also, everyone on YouTube, I'm recording this actually on stream with members. Like, this is one of these like rare occasions. Fortunately, she didn't seem uncomfortable after my bizarre reply. She was still smiling. How can she... seems like she's enjoying herself so much. Is she really happy that she got to meet me? It had been so long since I had that genuine smile aimed at me without any malice, so I had kind of forgotten what kind of face I should make in return. Maybe this really is some kind of scam like email said. Nothing makes sense when you think about it. Beautiful girl like this, liking my games, then saying she wants to see me in person? It's too perfect, not possible, makes no sense. Also, I still haven't found the games of the Dark Knight. Like, he have this like forum and like links and stuff, but even like the links that does not like link anywhere anymore. I tried to find this in Google and stuff and I still can't find these games. Do they even exist? Like, they should exist, I have a feeling, but god damn it. Somehow I'm unable to find them. Yes. Is this where the scam begins? I wrote you a letter. I wanted to write down everything I enjoyed about the games, and what I liked, and how I felt. All of it. Would be so kind as to accept it. Okay, sure, why not? You will learn about the games later. Ah, mysterious. Me likey. Yes, a letter. You mean by hand? Yes, of course. I mean, if it was on my computer, I could have just sent it, right? Yeah. No, I mean, I get lots of messages from you yesterday already, so I just felt that something about messaging is just not the same. I'm sure you're busy, so whenever you have time, I hope you can read it. Okay. Again, I was at a loss of words. I was still in disbelief that someone would give me so many thoughtful words online, almost to the extent I thought I was dreaming. Also, I have a feeling like these scenes, like with Giselle here and like the meeting, like in real life and stuff, they're kinda unnecessary, I think, for the series, to be honest, for the 7th layer. I would enjoy this if that would just be like this, like, you know, this adventure that they have in game, without like this, like, personal stuff. That would be actually just like constant fun to read, I think. And now on top of that, a handwritten letter. Now this seems like I'm forcing this on you. Nah, not at all. No. Oh, really good. She gave me another cute smile and pulled out a very girly envelope and handed it to me. It may have been just my imagination, but I felt the floral scent waft over me from it. What's happening? That's the issue with the story? You mean like these like real events? What's happening to me? Not good. Something's definitely... Are you okay? I could feel my face growing red. I need to use the restroom. It was making me shy having such emotions showed towards me, and even more so because it was genuine. Despite being actually happy about it, I was unable to be honest about that happiness to her. In fact, I felt ashamed at the idea of even showing my happiness. It's complicated, but you will see where it goes, okay? Weird. This was the way the internet had poisoned me. No, this wasn't the internet's fault. Having only seen negativity towards me, the resistance I had tried to build against that had robbed my emotions permanently. But there was no creator alive who didn't appreciate someone expressing their pleasure at his work. While I knew logically that users were various and unique in their own ways, it was hard to see them as anything other than a cloud of anonymous users. Giselle had emerged from that as the individual. It was a gorgeous ray of sunshine for me. Okay, sure. After I regained my composure and sat down again, I was able to actually hold a conversation. I might have to pause recording, but we'll see. Actually, little background noise probably didn't kill anyone. You can survive. Probably. I was able to actually hold a conversation, yet whenever she directly priced something about my games, I could only mutter an awkward chuckle. But how in the world did she find out about my games? It will be blunt to say that my games weren't famous. Yeah, how do you find this guy when you don't play Fata Morgana? I had yet to be featured in any sort of publication, so it was puzzling to no end how a normal girl like Giselle would know about them. Was Giselle really normal? She didn't really use any internet slang, and if she said she was a daughter of some rich family, I would completely believe her. So the puzzle got even more confounding. How could such a seemingly normal girl be, in fact, a massive fan of indie games? What did you find about it? My site. My friend told me about it. Okay, who's your friend? She answered in a softly honest voice. He had friends outside of Michelle? Wait. Who? So you don't usually play games? No, not usually, although I really like reading. Her answer was disappointing, and not in a small way. She had said in her messages that my games were unique and stood apart, but that actually meant nothing, and she merely thought that because she knew nothing else. Ah. Well... that kinda suck, but also still good, like... I don't know. Maybe in reality, my games lacked any kind of sparkle of originality. So, Dark Knight, do you... Oh, sorry, call me Michelle, please. No, keep calling him Dark Knight and occasionally call him Batman. Oh, sorry, call me Michelle, please. Michelle's my real name. Oh, wait, oh, what a nice name you have. Okay, Michelle. It was too weird having her call me by a screen name, so I corrected her. But now that what? It was almost more embarrassing hearing her say my actual name. Now he's going to be like, oh, okay, call me Bollinger. It's almost too common of a name, so sometimes I wish I had a more interesting one. That's a common name? In France? Because they're in Paris, right? I don't know. Both of women and men have it, so sometimes I hear my name being said on the street, and of course, there's no one who would actually be talking to me on the street, so I just don't really like it. Okay. What am I getting so frustrated about? It's an angel name, though. It's beautiful, and lots of people choosing it as a name means that a lot of people think it's beautiful, right? Yeah, that's Giselle. It's a good name. Why can't I just say thank you like a normal person? Because you're weird. Oh, I was wondering. Michelle, yes? Do you have your studio here in Paris? Okay. Huh? A studio? What do you mean, studio? What kind of studio could she mean? Yeah, a studio where you make your games. Oh, okay. I mean, I have my basement, probably. Her innocent smile shone like a cloudless sky. Yeah, you can probably hear that. Okay, oh no! Fuck! Okay, YouTube. This part that I recorded so far is going to probably sound a little bit different from what you're going to sound from now, from the cut from now to the forwards. Probably. Because I forgot to click record. And I'm just streaming, so I'm going to have to download the stream and get the part from stream and then stitch it to the part with actual recording. Great. At least I didn't like talk without recording anything like I did with White Album one time. I've recorded like, I forgot how it was, like 15 minutes or something, and then realized that I'm not recording at all. YouTube, that should sound a little bit different for you, because in editing I will probably do something with this. In like audio levels or something. I can't really do anything with the previous part, sadly. We'll see. How it sounds, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Her innocent smile shone like a cloudless sky. She was honest, and it was painfully clear she wasn't teasing me. What this told me was that she truly didn't know a thing, ignorant to the extent that she thought indie game makers had studios. Everything from how to make games to our social standing. Maybe some who legitimately registered as the company and had a few hits had a studios. I mean, can't you just like slam a sign like at the door of your basement and call it studio? Like, that will be your studio. She will probably fall for it. But all I did was work alone in a tiny apartment, casting my games off into the ocean of the internet. There were many like me. I knew she meant no harm, but I still couldn't suppress a slight grimace. Well, how to put it? I don't have a studio and I didn't even support myself fully from those games alone. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, I wrongly assumed. So, what sort of work do you do otherwise? Yikes, I never liked this question. Yeah. It was one that forced me to come to terms with where I stood in society. A question that normal people tossed around willy-nilly, unaware of how destructive it was to my psyche. Alright, thanks. In a way. Okay. As what? Oh, so you're a writer. I wanted to crawl into a hole. I could feel the eyes of the word proper writers searing into me. No, you're wrong. It's nothing even remotely commendable like that. And even if I say I write stuff, that doesn't mean it can be considered writing. Believe me, there's a lot you're better off not knowing on the internet. But only work that my... Wait, what? Where the fuck I am? 1 second. Ugh. Okay. The only work that rolls my way is trash advertisements or fake reviews for stuff. Okay. I mean, if I was a scriptwriter or wrote short stories, I wouldn't have already bragged about that to you. I wonder if like, because there's like short story that is like, you know, it's been still logged after Erasmus and 7th Lair, so I assume if he actually wrote a short story and like this short story is going to be actually the one that Dark Knight made. But I couldn't tell her any of that. I still had some pride as a man and I didn't want to purposely tear down the inflated dreamlike image she had of me. So I took the compliments, even knowing she was completely missing the mark. She was wrong. Yet I maintained a vague equilibrium, also lacking the courage to go along with it and lie. If you have a book out, I would love to read it. Okay, so what do you do normally? My only option was to steer the conversation away from the details about me. Good choice. I'm a college student. I go to the university in Lyon. It's quite far away from here. Must be hard commuting. Oh no, I live in Lyon, so... Wait, what? Okay, good gravy. I just met someone like me. She ventured all the way to the Paris. Okay. Well, that's dedication. The distance is no joke. How far is that? Can someone open map and tell me? I thought if possible you could show me your studio too. Although that was the wrong assumption on my part. If you had told me, we could meet somewhere in the middle, more convenient for you. Okay, let's do that next time. Next time, okay. Was she serious? Was she honestly considering meeting again? No, no way. She was being polite. It could only have been that. I hadn't said a single thoughtful or interesting thing, and she was thinking to meet me again. I don't really like Michel's character here. He's weird. Actually, it's not Michel, it's a Dark Knight. 465 kilometers. Jesus! The fuck? Okay. That was simply inconceivable. Which was why I again responded vaguely. Okay. Okay, bookstore or... Yeah. Oh, that's a new soundtrack. Ah, isn't the smell of the books are the best? In such a unique and familiar scent, so calming. After Talking to at the cafe a bit longer, we stopped by the bookstore. The cafe actually got a bit crowded, and I felt guilty occupying a table that long for just one cappuccino. Once outside, she said, "Oh wait, we have lyrics in this song." Nice. I like Fata Morgana soundtracks with lyrics. They're cool. Once outside, she said, "It's been a while since I visited Paris." In response, I ended up saying, "Oh, is there anywhere you would like to go?" I was shocked such a thing could imagine my mouth, and the cold sweats began. It was a statement that presumed we would stay together after the cafe. It insinuated that I could take her somewhere. I would take her somewhere. I mean, taking her to a bookstore in Paris wouldn't be unpleasant for me, in fact. I was thrilled to do so, but it didn't mean that she had wanted it. The thought that she didn't want to be seen walking next to me immediately filled my mind. Although the fact that she was here now with me maybe meant that she liked the suggestion. No, maybe she was only pretending to be happy about it. Inside, she might have been thinking how much of a bother this was. Maybe she was just being polite yet again. I was always one to let negative thoughts win out. Okay? So, I guess Giselle is like fixing his depression. Is this actually a bother for you? If it is, you don't have to stay. No, not at all. It's not bothered at all for me. Okay, as long as it's not, I just got a feeling that you were a little removed. What? Oh, my mind just wandered in a bit of a negative direction, sorry. What? Negative? Oh no, it's nothing, don't worry about it. Get it together, man. The nerve of you to push your insecurities on a girl who's taken a liking to your games and had come all the way from Lyon to see you. Yeah, 465 kilometers, like holy shit. You need to at the very least make her think there was some value in coming all the way to Paris. But what would be something good to talk about me right now? Oh, Michelle, yes? She was the first to speak. How many times was that now? What kind of books do you like? Since you make games, I'm sure you read a lot. No, I don't read much. Well, it was too cool to say, so I started listing of some books that I had read for the class during college. Okay. Let's see. Well, I suppose Rimbaud, or maybe... Okay, I have no idea what the fuck is Rimbaud. Or maybe Baudelaire, I have no idea what it is a good place to start. Maybe these are just English titles that I just don't recognize in English. Or maybe these are just books I never heard about. French poet, okay, then I definitely did not read that. Oh yes, indeed, I saw A Season in Hell and Paris Spleen on the Room Heaven profile. Okay. Season in Hell and Paris Spleen, I haven't seen these. Is this on his profile? Really? Wait. Is it? I didn't pay that much attention, but... Maybe? Okay, I'm not going to... What the fuck is that here? Okay. Profile. Likes. Les Spleen de Paris. Okay. Season in Hell, so... I don't know. Une Saison en Enfer? Maybe? And also something about Cherbourg. Okay. I actually had this on the profile. Oh, she even read the profile? I only put these books on them on to seem a little more cultured. I couldn't claim I liked literature in any meaningful way. It's in... Why are you making fun of the previous episode? Why is one letter censored? Why French? Why E is censored? What do you mean? I haven't really read any classic literature. I always get sleepy after I start reading. Huh. If only I had studied harder, I could discuss literature on your level. What a shame. I was willing to bet, even despite that, she knew more, so it was perfect that I didn't have to reveal how clueless I was. So, what kind of books do you read? It was about this episode later, okay. Mostly recent stuff. Like thrillers, but also read romance novels too. Okay. Romance. Now, there was something I had literally never read. I imagined I would throw it on the ground after a few pages. People like me who shut themselves in, like me, tends to despise reading about others in love. Yeah. I didn't want to be reminded of my own loneliness. I guess our reading interests don't match. I chuckled painfully. It might be in my imagination, but she looked peeved about that. But she quickly smiled again. Okay. Okay, maybe our movie interests match. She said. Why was she suddenly trying to find what hobbies we had in common? And movies, huh? Otherwise I could probably talk about the movies more than I could about books. What kind of movies do you watch, Michelle? Okay, what is it? One that I really liked is Gattaca. I have no idea what it is, but I watched recent ones too. Gattaca. Oh, you never heard of Gattaca? No. It's direct. Also, this is weird that the screen just like goes, like fade away, shows up, and there's suddenly a lot of text. That's kind of weird. It's directed by the Andrew Niccol, and the music is done by the great Michel Newman. Okay, so it's excellent movie. I never heard about that. None of it rings a bell. Huh, I guess I need to expand my testers. I'll watch it sometime. What kind of movie is it? The story, well, you should just watch it. Yeah. It's a science fiction set in the near future. That's quite old now, but the visuals are still stunning. I see. Is there a scene that really stands out? The last scene is obviously amazing, but yeah, the sex scene was really great too. So, yo, what do you think you're doing? That was uncalled for, borderline harassment. Wow. No, that was my intention at all saying it. And it wasn't the lead into some dirty joke either. I was just honestly impressed by how beautifully and dreamlike they did that scene. So much to the point that I thought maybe me sleeping with someone could be a beautiful thing too. Jesus, Michelle, you go like over dramatic with this. What the fuck is happening? Is this like actually written by someone else than the OG game? Is it like actually someone else that wrote this? Like, is this actually written by Dark Knight or something? Or is it the same author and just like this conversation just doesn't make sense? No, it doesn't matter what the reason it is. It isn't something to say to a girl I only met today. Think before you speak. It was artistic, is what I meant. If you want artistic age scenes, read Muramasa. I mean, they are awesome on the many levels. It's not at all a sexually explicit movie or anything. I see. So you like those kind of scenes? I will remember that. That sounded really like she was taking it the wrong way. That's a threat. I will tell you my thoughts about Kataka after I watch it. Oh, yeah. I nodded hesitantly, trying to brush away any misunderstanding about the sex scene. What was the sensation? Being able to share with someone else who I liked and having them understood it? I never knew it could be such a calming feeling. There was some bashfulness mixed in there. But honestly, I was looking forward to hear what she thought about it. What words would she use to evaluate a movie like that? What kind of emotions would she feel watching it? It was a hard to describe feeling, a peculiar feeling, and it was even stranger that I was hoping that she liked the movie as much as I did, and you can then recreate the scene that you like so much. We have some time after this. Would you like to take a walk? I just think Paris can be quite pleasant. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Okay, she's happy. She smiled again with the honest look of joy. While losing myself in the pit of smile, it hit me. This was a date. I've recorded 3 episodes of 7th Lair so far. This is probably the weakest one. I genuinely think like these scenes, like in real life, in this just doesn't make really good for this. Like they would be fine if they would be like, you know, like 5-minute flashbacks or something, so we can get a little bit of background to the Dark Knight that is like in the game and he thinks about Giselle, but like I don't need the whole love story actually for this. I wanted to treat this as like just, you know, just kind of meme when I saw that they are like in the game. Paris was as it always was. I had grown so tired of its streets and I stopped even taking notice of them. But those very streets seems to show a different side of themselves when I walked with someone else. I was sure I had seen everything, but now I was starting to notice new things. Like when I stepped on the main boulevard. The fuck this means? Main boulevard, like main road? To a smaller road. The scenery totally changed. Or how to Delhi I often patronized actually had a really neat sign out front. There was so much to see when you actually looked. And all of that was because she was pointing them out. That's how they call a road in France. Okay. France is weird. And all of that was because, yeah, pointing them out. Had I been alone, I would have glossed over it like it was nothing. It wasn't as though the entire world suddenly looked different, of course. But the people walking the streets with their usual glam, cold expressions suddenly looked warmer, more human. It felt like a new emotion toying with me. When it was actually just her, exuberance that seems to live in everything little by little. Were you okay? Were you okay with just walking around? I asked. Paris had enough tourist traps to make you want to scream, and she would have easily gone to a bookstore or taken a stroll in Lyon. But as the words left my mouth, thoughts immediately started to swirl in my brain. Should I pay for her if we go somewhere? And do I even have enough cash on hand to cover what we might do? I mean, go somewhere where you can afford. Tourist traps are nice, but I usually prefer to just wander around a town like this. Of course, if I went abroad, I'd want to go nuts and see all the famous spots. But here I don't know. Going to a tourist spot makes you a little anxious. Yeah, makes sense. The city of Paris itself, I really like a giant tourist trap, but it's lively in a different way. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. You got a place you think you know, but it feels far away. At the same time, oh, I just realized they're on this like weird like this is actually the famous bridge, right? When like people add like this like locks on this, like the pairs adding the locks on this bridge or something. I forgot. Like is it like called lock bridge? I don't know, but this is kind of famous. Just realized that. What surprise do you think you know, but it feels far away? Yeah. Or it makes you feel tense, anxious. I guess that's why when you go sightseeing, you have to kind of psych yourself up for it. Indeed, I had to be in the mood to properly enjoying sightseeing. And I'm always wiped when it's over. Of course, it can be a good kind of tired. Like, if you're recharged and are ready to return to the day to day. However, I'm the lethargic type. Before the traveling, I don't get eager or bubbly, but rather drained at the prospect alone. I had a feeling she was likely a farmer, okay, but she could psych herself up and enjoy a full day of sightseeing to the max. I realized she had her eyes fixed on me. What? Was I doing something weird without knowing it? Oh, did she want the response to what she said? Right, I've been quiet this whole time she was talking. Okay. My goal wasn't sightseeing today, it was to meet you, Michelle. Okay, I was wrong. She was saying something wonderful, and naturally I let my eyes wander away awkwardly. How was she able to say things like this? I was wondering, these were the only words I could muster. Should I ask her? I'd plunged my doubt ever since we left the bookstore. What is it? And here I was, still fumbling over my words. Nah, never mind, nothing. It's what I almost said. Okay. I thought that impulse back before finally speaking. So what do you think? Actually meeting me at all? Okay. Nothing more nerve-wracking than asking for someone's evaluation of me. And this was to someone who had no idea what a game creator was. I knew I was so different than what she imagined, but I still wanted to ask. A really unique and interesting person. Okay. Wait, really? Are you aware that I'm the guy who can't even improv a joke? And when anything unexpected happens, I clam up. Perhaps her idea of interesting was broken, or perhaps she was talking with Michelle from another dimension this whole time. That's not far from truth, yeah. Like, she talked to the Michelle from like other multiverse. How so? Huh. Like, when I thought you were just quiet, you were actually looking all around? Okay. So that's something very interesting. You know so much, I can tell. When you're quiet, you're not zoning out, but rather choosing your words. So it's really fun to talk to you. And it makes me want to talk more about lots of other things. She was being polite. I know, it's a social etiquette, so I shouldn't get my hopes up. God damn it, Michelle! But even as I told myself that, hearing that she wanted more made me happy. And I could feel myself wanting to know more and more about her as well. My mind was screaming at me, I was getting in too deep, and to turn and run. but I gave in to my emotions and opened my mouth. Me too. I want to talk with you more. She gave that same beaming smile and nodded excitedly. And then, with an overwhelming sense of joy, said, okay, yes, of course, let's. We already talked about next time at the cafe anyway. Her bright, exuberant nature was making me dizzy. This wasn't like me, not at all. I chose to blame it on the sun and ignored it. Where's the sun? You mean the lamp? After that we strolled around until the sun went down and had a simple dinner before I walked her to the station. There's no sun. Before I saw her off, she wanted a handshake. I felt like I could never forget the warmth of her touch, and he never cleaned that hand ever again. But I forgot what the sun looks like. Yeah, he's been locked in the basement for his whole life. Okay, so before you forgot, warmth, you hurried home and rubbed one out, I see. God damn it. I did not rub one out. What's wrong with you? Sheesh, just kidding, lol. Your buttons are so easy to push sometimes. Are you are a middle schooler or something? Stop it, shut up. I mean, it seems like she's a thing for you, and it seems like it wasn't a trap after all. I think it would have been proper to take her home at that point. I never had the intention in the first place. What a mess of a 20-something you are, not like 27 year old at all. You speak as if you are the one, but in reality the only 27-year-old that act grown up are in fiction. Wait, what? The only 27-year-olds that act grown up are in fiction. Oh, okay. The real ones are like me. Well, that might be true. All 20-something are like kids. So, how was she? What was she like? Was she hot? She was cute, I think. Big old bitties. Yeah, big. No scars on her arms or anything. Why would you ask that? It's too good to be true. A pretty girl with the big teeth. Who's a fan and who came all the way out to see you? It makes no sense unless there's a landmine there. Okay. It wasn't like that. It was like she was just totally normal, I think. Huh. Well, I guess I would just say congrats for now. But why? You are the one step closer to getting a girlfriend, lol. Even let jokes on tick, but I would have been happy just seeing her one more time. At least that's what I felt when I wanted. What I felt like I wanted. Having inflated expectations was never good. I had no money, no status, no future, and I was already 27. I would only be MLS over her life. But after I left her that night, I was refreshing my inbox every few minutes. After not getting an email for a whole day, I could hardly suppress my disappointment. Like, also, how can you feel old when you're 27? How the fuck is that even possible? I'm too old for this shit. After not getting email for the whole day, I could hardly suppress my disappointment. But then a new email notification popped up, and my body froze from sudden surge of adrenaline. After reading her opinions of watching Gataka, I smiled in a way I didn't think I was capable of. Okay, so she watched that. She liked it. That one scene included. Okay. In response, she wrote that we should meet in Dijon next time and replicate the scene. That was the city I had never been to. I immediately opened up a public transit site to look up how to get there. Despite this, not even setting a date yet, I had to stay my hand from responding immediately. I wanted to give the impression that I was busy with work or considering my schedule carefully. So after about half a day I replied, "Sounds great." Okay. We're done with the episode! That was the weakest episode probably, and it was kind of fun at parts, but that's the stuff I've been waiting for. Hell yeah! This is going to be awesome, and this is going to be in the next episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. And yeah. So I don't know. Comments are yours if you want to talk about this episode. Like, for me that was the weakest part, like the real life events in 7th Lair are the weakest part for me, I think. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. So yeah, click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and from Pocket Watch, let's get out.